Okay, so far what I have on the actual physical build of it, so far I've just, I'm going to start building on the, I guess we'll call it the base, the x-axis, because the way it works is there will be the x-axis and it will go in and out. Then there will be a bracket that comes up and houses the, I guess it will be the z-axis that goes up and down, and on the z-axis will be the y-axis that goes from side to side. So in order, it'll be x, y, and z going up and down. If that helps you at all, I'll try and draw out some schematics. As far as the x-axis, what I have so far is, see if I can get the camera where you can see it in a second. Thinking of just having a channel piece with, and I'll have two of these. They're not the dummy wheels for the treads. They're the actual rubber wheels, but I've taken off the rubber. I might try it again with the rubber on, but we already had the rubber taken off this one, and it's actually a perfect fit. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it is I can get it lined up. It's a perfect fit, almost. I mean, there's like a millimeter, if that much, between. So it's perfect enough, and it, if you have a good axle, it rolls smooth as glass. So what I'm thinking about doing is, we'll have two sets of this, and once again there will be a second dummy wheel, here, just a guide wheel, and then I'm thinking about I think we're gonna run all these axes, is whatever the plural for axis is, we're gonna run it off of a chain. So part of the one end of the chain will be hooked up here, the other end here, and then we'll have some have it kind of like a pulley system, so where there will be a sprocket here and a sprocket over here on the fixed system, and we're going to use Lego motors that way, because they have built-in encoders on them, so they're easier to control finally, and we'll just have that pull. Okay, so what I have here so far, like I said before, I'm putting a wheel on the, earlier I showed you with the small wheel, I decided to use the bigger wheel because the way the small wheel was, it's hard to do this, when you put it in, the axle goes through and just barely fits, barely clears the channel piece. So I decided to do this bigger wheel because, as you can see, that has a ton of extra space. So just let me show you this assembly here real quick. We have just a cut down axle. We just cut it down to, let me see, that's probably about 2 inches, maybe 2.5 inches. Then we put an axle hub, just screwed it with 2 screws onto the side there, and bolted down that axle in there. Then let me see if I can show you in there. Right there. There's a bronze bushing going through the middle of the wheel, and it goes in like that, which acts as a spacer, kind of. And then there's a collar piece, that just locks down and completes the spacer. And then I have another collar piece out there. So, as far as wiggling, it doesn't really wiggle at all. You might be able to see that wiggle. So that works out pretty well. So I'm going to have to do this again over here. So I'll have 2 of them, so it'll be stable. And like I said, this wheel was originally like this. And you just get a screwdriver or an Allen key wrench, whatever you want to call it, and just get up and pry off the rubber piece. So I'm going to do that, pry it off with 3 more. I'm going to stick that on there, and then this channel piece will just ride. I think we can do the x-axis this way pretty easily. As far as the hardware goes, I think the y-axis, the axis that's going to go across on top, I think that's going to be the hardest one to do, because we have to actually have the plastic extruder, the part that mounts the plastic, actually inside of it. So that's going to be kind of a challenge, but I think we can work with it. But yeah, I'll put pictures in, give it up. Just as far as this video vlog, whatever you want to call it, goes, the majority of it for the first while is going to be the hardware part, because I have more time to do it, and I already know. I mean, the hardware is pretty simple as far as the basic concept. The programming, I mean, that's all Brent, that's all his department, and we have one other programmer on our team that we might be able to get to help with it. But yeah, that's going to take quite a bit longer. That seems, I mean, programming in general is pretty much over my head, but this stuff seems, I mean, it completely blows my mind if they're going to be able to get this. So if any of y'all have any ideas on how to get the programming to work, that'll be great. Any suggestions on the hardware too would be nice, but I mean, hardware-wise, I think we've got it down pretty well. The programming, though, I mean, we can use all the help we can get on it. And just comment down below if you have any questions. I'm going to try and have our email address up on here, so that if y'all have any suggestions or anything like that, you can email us, contact us through that. We're open to suggestions. I mean, this is going to be, I mean, I enjoy a challenge, so this will be fun. We're making this video for those of you that, don't have time, to figure it out, have problems or whatever. And also, for any of you that are also going to try and do this along with us, I mean, which we're encouraging all of you to do that. That's one of our, that's one of the reasons we're doing this, is to encourage y'all to try. I mean, yeah, the point of this is to, make the robot for competition, obviously, but it's also a learning process. And now that we're out of the competition, we we aren't really discovering new problems with our robot. So we're taking on a whole new aspect of the challenge, using the same materials, the same programming, and the same concepts to try and help us, further do that. And I mean, I've seen people build CNC machines with a lot of Lego, with pretty much all Lego parts. I mean, these materials, I mean, you can build tons of stuff out of. So we're really trying to encourage y'all to go out there and try different stuff like this. And there's enough of us. If y'all need, we have one of our teammates, is really good at 3D modeling. If y'all need 3D models and stuff to help y'all out, we're here right now. Since we're at a competition, we're here just to help y'all. So if you have any questions, comments, that's basically it. Just leave comments. I can ramble on forever, obviously. And right now I'm really excited about this because I think it's actually going to work. So if y'all have any questions or comments, just leave them below. Email us anything you have, whatever. If there's anything else you'd like us to try and build also that we can do alongside this, that'd be awesome. And if any of y'all are trying this, send us your YouTube page, and we'll follow you. We'll see how y'all do, and, like I've said, and I'm going to probably try and say this every video, this is open source information. We're putting this on here so that y'all can do the same thing. So, have fun, good luck if y'all are trying it, and I hope these videos are a help to y'all.